Okay, well, I did get it working, or I recopied the code in, and it decided that it was going to work. So that was exciting. I have two sample files that I got working. One was the one with the local storage where they do the comparison of interests. And the second one was this one where they're actually creating IFPS blocks and storing them in, they're actually creating IFPS and then storing the blocks. It's creating the IFPS blocks and storing the data in them. So it's taking full advantage of that. So the question, obvious question, is why did it suddenly start working? Well, if you recall what we ended up doing with, let's see, here we go. What we ended up doing here, if you look at it, is we did a lot of installing Node.js libraries. And my guess is we were missing libraries prior, and when we were doing all this stuff, it decided that it was gonna, we finally had what it needed, if you will, to actually run. Because remember, let me put this back up. Whoop. Remember, they import libraries, both of them. So this one's importing the block library. Let's see if there's anything else. I think, make sure it's moved to the top. Yeah, so they're importing the block library to do all this. And then the next one, they're importing block, they're importing IFPS. So there's a lot of stuff that has to be imported. There's stuff that has to be imported, and if it has not been properly put into the into the Node.js libraries, then it's just not gonna work. It's not gonna be able to find what it needs. So my guess, all the fussing and installing libraries and et cetera, I think eventually got it to work. So let me show you. Let's start with 3. Let's try that again. As you can see, it was able to, let me bring 3 up. So it printed the person, and then what it ended up doing is, let's see where it does this, down here, I think. So it saved people with interests, and then it ran this comparison where it decoded the decoded the blocks, and it did a little comparison. So if it has the same interest, then they have similar, or they have something in common if they find something in there. So that's the simple one. The next one was the one that uses the actual, what do they call it, interplanetary file system, the distributed file system. And here we go. Now you can see here it attaches a debugger. It goes and it sets up that it's listening. So this must be it starting. And then let's see, let's go down here. So it prints out that it's seeding, remember, Mikhail is a it is a saved block, so it's been, let's see, this is the CID, so that's a unique identifier for each. So it's seeding Mikhail as its unique identifier, Robert its own unique identifier, and Steve is its own unique identifier. So basically that's kind of how it works. It has the interest, it has the name, and when it goes into save, it encodes the object that you pass into it. So that would be this JSON, and it encodes it as DAG Sabor. Remember, that allows for the CID, and then it encodes the block, and that's our data, and then it gets the CID from the block. So, and then it takes, what it does is it takes the data and the CID, data being the encoded block, and it puts it into the IPFS. It puts the data, which is the DAG Sabor encoded information that was passed in, which would be this JSON. It then encodes that, and that's our data, and then it gets the CID, and then you can see it creates the block with the data and the string version of the CID. So it's kind of interesting. It allows it to be distributed. It allows you to take some basic JSON and put it in this sophisticated format, these hashes format, which means it's going to take less space, which of course on the blockchain is important because, remember, resources and so on. Think about Ethereum and gas. So anyway, so you can see this actually does work once you have the proper libraries that have been added. And so maybe what I do need to do is go and look, see what libraries we have installed. So we installed defaults. Let's see. I think we tried it again. We did some, yeah, DAG Sabor, multi-format, IPLD block, which is not the one we ended up using. We ended up doing this one, and multi-formats. So hopefully this has been helpful. In order to understand this is Node, I believe this is Node.js code. I don't think it's TypeScript. TypeScript's it'd be TS. This is JavaScript, but everything is using Node.js libraries. I think that's a more accurate way to describe it. So hopefully this has been useful. If it has, please give a like. Please subscribe to the channel. Please ring the bell so you get additional information or additional video, notifications of further videos. And please tell your friends if this is something they're interested in. So take care, and I will speak to you next time.